I want all messages. Alright, that should be doing it. Let's get back to work while I'm eating lunch. Move around. Bring you down. Let's see if that's in the right spot. Yeah, close enough. I'm going to grab my other stuff that I need. I need my drill. And I need, what else do I need? Possibly Dremel. Is that a bigger drill bit? No, what the hell is that? Might need this. G'day, Elijah. Think it's Elijah, is it? Yep. Just getting stuff to finish doing the bottom part of this cyber deck, so I'm trying to get stuff together so I can cut stuff out. For it, I just need to find the rest of my tools. That'll do it for the moment, I think. Now I'm going to get round to finishing these beans for Debian. So, and I just realised that one of my prints, I crushed it too hard. I in the vise, and I was trying to put a lock in it and cracked it. But good thing I can print more. I've actually got to re-level my printer because I've got a new bed for it. For my Ender 3, the glass bed went psh. I'll show you this. So I had a print on it, printing one of the Mjolnirs, and as you can see, I let it cool down overnight, come out the next morning, and the top layer from the glass bed all come off with it. So I ended up buying a magnetic bed so I could just lift it up and then break prints off easier than the glass thing. So let's get back to building this cyber deck because I want to get this done so then I can focus on some of the other stuff that I've got on the go. Yeah, damn, it was a pain in the butt. But, so, this is going to be the bottom plate for the cyber deck. I just did another coat on the top. I'll show you. Come on. So, this is going to be the top part. The screen I'm mounting in behind this cutout here. So the screen will be just behind it. And then where the circle's cut out here, that is going to be where it's stuck before. That's where the Wi-Fi dongle base plate's going to be stuck in behind it. So then I can just plug the Wi-Fi dongle in the front and be able to hack Wi-Fi and stuff when I'm out and about. So yeah, it is only MDF. But now I want to mount the Pi 400. If I grab it and show you this. So the Pi 400, oh shit, let me go over, will be mounted down here. But what I want to do is have it so that the cables that plug in for the screen, I'll probably plug in the touch screen as well, so I don't just have to use a mouse. And the power, I want to be able to be slid underneath, and then just the leads sitting out here at the top of the board, so they go down and underneath and then around. So it looks neater rather than having cables coming out everywhere. Same goes to the power pack. I want to cut out two. The power pack stick on top, and then the two cables will go underneath to plug into the power for this and the power for the touchscreen. Because both these, this and the 10.1 inch LCD touchscreen I've got, both run off a 5-volt power pack. So before I spray this and then start sticking everything on, I need to cut this out. So I need it big enough where I can actually push the USBs through it. Then I can spray this one. So maybe if I not just cut a square out, instead of having to cut a big thing like that, if I just cut a square out, it'll be enough to push in the USB. Let me find a USB cable. I should have one around here somewhere. Why can't I find one when I need one? I usually have tons of them laying around. Oh, here we go. No idea what this one's from, but and yes, I know I haven't done content in a while. I've been so bloody busy with work, it's not funny. Like, literally, I've been flat out. And I'm behind on this order for Red Team tools. I'm just behind on content. I'm behind on everything at the moment because I've been so busy with my other work. That'll be big enough to fit 3 of them, stick in with the cable sticking out. So I just have to cut out a square. Why didn't I think of that before? Good thing this can be is going to be painted over. Let me grab a pencil. I just want to make sure that. So let's cut a square out on here. Bring it down to there, so I can hide most of it under that keyboard. That should be about right. I'll get messages. Oh, never mind. That should work. Now, if I drill out, I need something to stick it on and drill onto. Don't matter that you forget stuff. Oh, screw it, I'll just hang it off the edge of the bench. Just want to drill 4 holes and then I can. No, they're gonna be a bit too wide. Actually, I wonder. So I can just cut that with a bloody chisel. It's only thin. So what's everyone been working on? I said I've just been so swamped at my other work that haven't had a whole lot of time to do anything else. And I've got to get some content done, especially jump into the hack RF that I got. I want to do a bit more with that. I want to do some more content on the new USB. Speaker locks here and there. Yeah, other than the couple of locks I've got sitting inside that I've been playing with, when I get a spare second, sit there waiting for something to load on the computer that big. I was playing around with a bi-lock. I just had to gut one, pull it all apart, and take photos of all the mechanism and the insides and the pins and that whole setup. And stuff. So I'll start peeling some of this back. I think Daryl and I got to get together and do another live stream. Got to do some more content. Discussions of topics. I mean, the last one we did was all about social engineering, and we had a heap of information on that topic. We even discussed some events that have happened out in the world that used social engineering. I mean, this doesn't have to be absolutely perfect because it's going to be hidden. Because most of that, as long as I can fit, the three of these through, and then let's just say, let's undo this. Oh, it's USB-C. Put the three of them through. Let's just say, I'm pretty sure this is USB-C powered. That was sitting there. Cable would come underneath. Would sit there like that once that's been mounted on here. And the cables would just stick out a little bit, but they'd be hidden. Then I can run them through to power pack and then up to the touchscreen. Then for the two power cables, I just need something big enough to fit the USB-C through, or the USB-A. Then a little bit comes up, just enough for the power lead to stick through. So let's do the same thing with my power pack. So yeah, both the Pi 400 and the touchscreen both get powered off this. So that'll be stuck here. Let's get one there. There. I'll just kind of trace the thickness of that. So how thick it would be. And just drill out a little spot for drill out a little spot in front there for the leads to stick out of. This is making sense to me. I don't know if it's making sense to you. Thing this is going to be hidden. Need a smaller chisel. I can always make this a little bit bigger with the grinder, one of the milling tools. So who else is in the chat? Got any questions? Ask them. Want to know what the Alpha's about, what we do if you're new to the channel. Do you want to ask questions about the business? Not many topics we don't discuss here. Oh, there's a couple. We don't discuss politics. We don't discuss religion. Or my non-existent social life. Because I do not have a social life at all. All I do is work. Work, have my kids, work, then have my kids. Speaking of kids, I've got mine tomorrow for Father's Day. So, for all the dads out there, happy Father's Day. I personally don't really do anything for it. I kind of ignore it a bit, like my birthday. Which I removed all traces of my birthday off of social media, so no one knows when it is, because I hate it. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Neaten it up a bit. These battery Dremels aren't that good, I'll admit. You put too much pressure on it, it cuts out. Plus, I know you're all just waiting for me to hurt myself because, I mean, yeah, I'm prone to doing that. Like, yesterday at work, when I was up on the ladder, I was installing some. Better one. I was installing some mirrors. Some of the mirrors that you put up in the corner so you can see around corners and stuff like that. You know, the round mirrors. And I was up on the third step. It was only a 3-step ladder, and I was up on the top step. And I finished adjusting the bolts on the back of it and stood down, went to take a step down, and I'm up on the top step, which is about that high off the ground. So I went to take the step, missed the second step, and went straight down onto the ground. Good thing I landed on my left leg, so like I'm up on top of the ladder and stepped back, missed the step, went straight down on my left leg, which was good because if I had landed on my right leg, that's the leg that I shattered my ankle, and I would not have been able to land on that one. It would have just given way and I would have gone straight down, hit my head on the rail, and injured myself more than just jarring my left knee. So, yeah, Elijah knows I'm pretty prone to accidents and injuring myself. Makes life fun. Let's see if this is big enough to fit. And that'll sit through there. So I need that to come up underneath. Then I can just slide the cable forwards, plug that into power. So now, let's just put in these spots for the cables. Yeah, that's how I injured myself yesterday. So let's say that's for that. That'll come up. Just cross here. That will be stuck over that. Wait, put it in the right way. Would sit like that, because then if I want to charge this, I can just unplug it, and then this will be not double-sided tape, the Velcro ones stick over the top. And I can just plug these in to power, have the cables there. That'll work. I might actually just make them a little bit longer. really am winging this thing, aren't I? Just chatting to a guy yesterday at work and saying, you know, like, in the process of building the cyber deck, and he goes, "Oh, cool, what are you using?" I'm like, Pi 400. It's like when I went and bought the paint and the primer to paint these, the guy at Bunnings was like, "Oh, you're painting furniture, table," and I'm like, "No, I'm building a cyber deck." And he goes, "Okay." I had no idea what I was on about. Let's actually just make that a little bit neater. Wee bit neater. I only bought this battery Dremel because I was using it. I needed a little Dremel just to clean out a screen door. I had to replace the screen door handle set and lock, and someone had painted the door, and the paint was that thick that I had to force the old handle out, and it was like caked in paint. So I bought a little battery Dremel so I can get in there and sand all the paint out of it and clean it all up. So they installed the new handle. So but they do like to cut out quite often. So you just put even a wee bit too much force on it, thing cuts out. Sit that there. Give that a quick little sand. Where's my sanding block? Then we can give this another couple of coats of primer before I paint it black. Might actually use that USB-C cable because that'll be perfect length to run as the power for the Pi 400. Set Pi over here. Let's switch these over. Because I'll be able to now mount that screen. I'll put a sticker on that. Let's turn yours around. I'll spray this with a bit of primer. Yep, that'll do. My makeshift painter setup. Give it a good shake. Then I have to go grab the screen and Wi-Fi dongle so we can mount it to that top board. Right, and that's the pace there that this will be mounted into. And no, it won't stay orange. I'll paint it, make it look pretty bloody cool, hopefully. I don't take my time with this. I'm not rushing to get it done. Alright, let's see. Then what I'll do is let it dry, give it a sand, more primer. I want to put quite a few layers down like I did with that top one. But let me quickly spin inside. So give me 2 seconds. Paint my fingers to grab the screen to mount into that. So give me 2 shakes of a dog's tail. And I'm back. Did say give me 2 shakes of a dog's tail. I need scissors. Where did I put the bloody scissors? Shit. No, they're bump hammers. I think they're in one of my cases. Class training gear. So the screen. That is the top. I want to put this on something clean so I don't scratch, mess it up. Let me move this stuff out the way. I can just cut this bit of MDF. I've got sitting here, spare part. If I cut that, I can sit that on it. Let me just cut this end off. Sit it on. What sit it on? No, I'll just hold it. under that. What else? Right. That's better. So, screen mounted on this side. Take this protective cover off. And I want to make sure the top is up that side. And I want to make sure that that lines up with this border. So, what if... Shit. Sit that there. I definitely need bloody scissors. Or something to cut that with. Do I have anything? Why is it when I need something, I don't bloody have it on me? And I don't want to go through all the boxes over there to find scissors. And all the training gear. Do I have a pair in here? No, but I do have a Stanley knife. That should work. So this is double-sided tape. It's meant to be really strong. Meant to hold 30 pounds. Or 13.6 kilo. And the screen doesn't weigh that much. Because I'll use that for the other. Tell you a good show that I actually finished watching because it was on American Netflix. Been watching it with the VPN. Which is that shit, what was it called? Mr. Robot. That's the one. Because it's kind of realistic hacking. I mean, they do it in a show to make it a lot faster, the hacking a lot faster than what it would be in real life, but it is way more realistic. Shit, I didn't put that on straight. Way more realistic than a lot of movies make it out to be. Way more realistic. It's actually a really cool show to watch. Kind of got addicted to watching it. Alright. Let's just make sure that'll be the top. Let's cut these off. So who else is watching? I know Elijah's here. It says there's 90 people. 89 people. Right, let's peel this off. Been on the stream for a while now and I haven't even mentioned the website. Those of you that are watching that don't know who I am, what I do, or anything like that, just kind of popped up. I do these vertical live streams once in the blue moon just to try and get a bit more people interested in the channel. try and promote the channel a little bit more because it gets out to a lot more people than a standard live stream. But those of you that don't know, my name's James. I am the founder and owner of Dark Arts Lockpicking, which is Australia's largest physical entry, specialising in non-destructive entry and cyber security. So we put out free content to the public, like what you're watching right now. We do topics on educational, or do educational topics, I should say. Speak English, good me not. On hacking, lockpicking, bypassing, social engineering, and other topics to do with physical and cyber security, to give people a better understanding. Oh, I didn't want to push on that too hard, shit, and just stuff that screen, did I? Yeah, to give people a better understanding of physical and cyber security, to help you better protect yourself, your businesses, and your assets. I might put a little bit of hot glue around that, I think, just to help. Or maybe not. That or a hot glue. So this is the dongle for the Wi-Fi antenna, the external Wi-Fi antenna, which will be mounted here. Just insert a bit, so that when I close the case, it's not sticking out too far, and stuff like that. So I have to dust that screen off. That's got to be hot glued in. So I will have to grab my hot glue gun. I just bought a new one because I don't know what happened to my old one. But we also don't just put free content out here on YouTube. We also what else did I need to grab? Something else I was thinking of when I was over here just now, and I can't think of what it was. Shoot. Crap. I can't think of what it was now. There's something else I just thought of when I was over there. But we also run classes for businesses, organisations, groups, events. Where we come in, we do presentations on physical entry, cyber security, and give people education, so they know what to look out for, they know what is out there, and they get a better understanding on how to protect themselves from, people breaking into their stuff. But not only do we do the presentation, so we discuss, methods of attack, what to look out for, tools that are used, and we give live demonstrations of these methods. But we also give you a chance to have a go at these methods yourself. So that you can have a go. So you can have a go at picking, bypassing, bumping, because once you have a go yourself, because a lot of people, they're like, oh, it's too hard to do something like that, or it's not as easy as you make it out to be. We hear that a lot. So people actually have a go, and they're like, oh shit, that was a lot easier than I thought. And we're like, yeah, told you. I'm going to change that end. Because I want to. The reason why I bought this one is you can adjust the nozzles, which is pretty bloody cool. We've had people in classes that turn around and they're like, bloody hell, I didn't think it was actually that easy. And we're like, yeah, it is. That's why we let you have a go. Then they get a better understanding. Like one of my favourite ones is when they go, oh, I've got that lock at my house. I use that to lock up my shed. I use that to blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, oh, okay. And it's like, we quickly show them how to bypass it. And they're like, well, I used to have that lock on my shed. So yeah, we bring all of the equipment. We've got, you can even go at bumping. You can check out all of our hacking tools, have a play with them, even have a play with the flipper zeros, RFID coding. Now we even have the Hack RF, so you can have a look at that. That is one that you don't really want to play with unless you know what you're doing, because it's easy enough to stuff up or break the law. But you can view it, you can have a look at it, put your hands on it. Because education is power, especially when it comes to security. We teach you what to look out for. But not only do we teach you all this stuff and you have a go at it, but we also teach you ways in which you can defend against these forms of attack. Just going to plug it in the power. Yeah, we teach you how to defend yourselves against these forms of attacks as well. Teaches about social engineering. Teaches about a lot of stuff. So it is a fantastic resource to book in. I want something I can sit that on when I glue that thing in so it doesn't fall through it. It doesn't stick out too far. Oh, I might be able to hold it first of all. We'll see. Because, yes, education is power. And we are trying to change this mentality that people have in here in Australia of, she'll be right, mate, she'll be right. Until it's not. And then they're like, oh shit, yeah, no, we should have listened. clean the screen off. I want to glue that in. It's getting hot. Come on. So how many people know about social engineering? How many people know about rubber duckies? No, I'm not talking about the ones that you have in your bath. Or the ones that Bert and Ernie sing about. Bloody hell. When's this glue coming out? Too much a whole glue stick in. Where's the bloody rest of it? Looks like I need another glue stick. Shit, where did I just put that box? There. And yeah, we are the only company here in Australia that actually offers the training that we offer in Australia. Oh, there we go. Here comes the glue. I'll let this cool down a bit. let some of that cool down. So unplug the hot glue gun. Oh, I left fingerprints in the bloody thing. I might have to tape off everything and spray it again. Let me get this. Let's clean it up. Do I need a micro USB cable to see if that screen still works now that I pushed on it a wee bit hard. I should have one here somewhere. I know I've got one around here somewhere. Shoot. What was in this? This had micro. Yep. Plug that in, just make sure it'll still power up. Yep. Still got power. It's alive. And I'm going to charge that power pack. Oh, fudge stickles, that was hot. Note to self, don't put your finger on the bloody hot glue gun. Fuck that hurt. I mean, oh, that hurt. Told you I'd injure myself at some stage. No, it's not quite square, but that's alright. Let me stick this back on for the moment. So if I'm going to have to respray this. Do I have any masking tape? Probably not. Nope. I have to go and get some. Oh, looks like we'll have to go for a trip to Bunnings. Oh no! What a shame, I've got to go to Bunnings. And we'll run a thing of tape on this as well before I spray it again, since I scuffed that up and left massive fingerprints in it and a scratch on that side. So I will run a line of tape on the inside just to make sure that screen's protected when I spray. Put tape around that. Let's have a look. Let me grab that case and we'll stick it in and we'll see what it looks like. Set this over here for a second. Open up. A bit of foam in there, just take it back. I'll clean this out. Let's see it. That's the other thing I forgot to do is make a groove for that to sit out of. I have to cut a groove for that. Those cables that come down from. I didn't freaking think of that, did I? Stuff that one. Let's take this and let's mark in a spot here. For these cables to come out of. $375. 76, 77, 377 mil. Onto that, it's half. Half 74.5. So that is about center. Yep. So let's just I wonder if I should just cut that out. Just cut out a wedge. Just enough for 3 cables to fit through. That'll work. Alright. So then we will fit that into there. can probably glue it. So that will be the top part of the cyber deck. That cable will come up underneath. It'll plug in to the Pi 400. And we'll have the base as well. The Wi-Fi dongle will actually unplug, and under here in the actual storage part, because a lot of them build it the other way around, so they have this as the top, this is the bottom. I'm not. I'm having this as the top and that is the bottom, because then I can have the foam insert underneath, and then all I need to do is in the foam cut out spots where I can plug the Wi-Fi dongle in, sit underneath as storage. I can stick in what else do I want to put in here? I can put in, USBs for hacking tools on them in storage container underneath. I can put stuff like one of my Meshtastic nodes, one of the V3s, because then you can actually run, a lot of people don't know this, and I didn't know until I actually did a bit of research and found out, you can run Meshtastic nodes off of Linux. And since I'm running the Linux ARM operating system for the Pi 400, I can actually run one of the nodes off it, so I can have a built-in communication system in here as well. Might make it so I can just stick it on the front here, make it look cool. So you can run multiple things off of Linux, and I didn't know you could run Meshtastic off of it, which is really interesting. So I might put one of my nodes in here as well. But this will be, the layout, the build, once I spray this again. And then just work out something I can stick on here and here to hold the screen in place when I shut it, and I'll hold it up. And then when I open it up, it'll be all mounted in here. And then make this case look cool, and I'm not sure what to do or whether I just leave it orange. If I leave it orange, I don't know. Let us know in the comments right now what you reckon. Should I make the case look kind of cool, battered, maybe like a metalish kind of, I don't know, style, something like that? Or you reckon leave it orange? Call it a Malteser. I'm not sure at all. But yeah, this will be my Cyberdeck build. That's what I'm up to so far. And I should have enough room for another 2 cables for the power and for the touchscreen to stick out down the bottom here as well. I hope. Let me grab, where did I put that USB-C cable? Let me quickly grab that USB-C cable. I'm just going to fold it in half and stick it through. That'll give me an extra thickness of 2 cables. Oh yeah, give plenty of room. Awesome. So before it gets too late, I am going to spin up to Bunnings and grab some masking tape to mask this screen and that off so I can paint it. And then come back here, get stuck into these bands for dev. Got to file a heap of them and grind them all up. I've got 100 to do. So that's going to take me quite a bit of time over the next couple of weeks. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. And then organise something for dinner, since I didn't actually eat last night. And all I had today, which I didn't even finish, for lunch, that's all I've eaten today, was some chicken. That's about it. I hyperfixate on work and forget to eat and stuff like that. So, yeah. Get this mounted in. This can stay in permanently once that's in. So I'll probably just put some hot glue around the edges to hold it, to mount that in. And then do the base, mount everything into the base. And then my cyber deck will be complete. I'll be bloody happy about, because it's one less project then I've got on the go. I can focus on all the other stuff that I've got on the go. Like my leveling my new printer bed. Let me show you the new printer bed. I need to talk about it right at the start of the stream. Let me unhook this from there and disconnect power for the moment. So, as I said at the start of the stream, my old glass bed went, as you can see. I had a print on there, one of the Munors, and coming out the next morning to take it off, and the glass come off with it. So I bought this here. This is a magnetic bed. So I can lift it off like that. It's a magnet on the bottom. So it sticks on there like that. I just have to re-level this bed. I haven't even tested it yet. But it'll stick on there like that. You can do your print, and then once it's done, you can just take it off, peel your print off, put the bed back on, and off you go again. Bloody cool. So I've got to get that done. I've got to print some more stuff on that one. That one probably needs re-leveling again. It's been bloody ages. Yeah, these are all the bands I've got to finish filing, and then texture, and then sand, and then bend for dev. I'll clean up all of our class equipment up on the back shelves there. That's a mess. I've got to clean up this bloody bench because it's a mess. My rekeying bench because it's a freaking mess. I've got to rekey some locks, refurbish some locks and stuff like that. For those of you wondering about the website and some of the products that are up on there, such as the Dark Access set, our most popular set, a powerful bloody set of keys. I can tell you that now. It is powerful. I'm out of blanks. I am waiting for blanks to come into Australia because there's none. So one of them, the NCR 6 blank, which is used to cut the C415A key, none in Australia. They're waiting for a shipment to come in, so they're on back order. I had to take off two other keys, the CAT 74 key and the 501CH key. I had to take them off of the website, mark them as zero stock. Again, because there is no stock of the YA4R blanks here. My locksmith supplier that I use to get my key blanks off of, they're waiting for a shipment to come in, and it got delayed. So I'm on back order on them as well. So I'm still waiting for them to come in. That's why I don't have as much stock on the website as I normally do. As soon as the NCR6s come in, I'm going to order a heap. I already got some on back order, but I've got to order a lot more. So I've got plenty of dark access sets out there for people. I also got to order, because I'm out now, one of the Yale keys. What was it? It's on the top of my head and I can't think of it. It is a YA17 blank. That's the one I was trying to think of. I got to order some of them because I'm out. I'll just use the last to cut a key, cut two keys for a sight read and cut I had to do for a cabinet that had no keys, a chemical cabinet for a job. So I had to go and cut some keys, do a sight read and a cut because there's no keys for it. So I had to pick the wafer lock, turn it slightly, stick a camera in it, have a look, judge where the wafers were sitting, do the calculations in my head, leash your clippers, boom, 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 put it in, give it a little bit of a turn. It was grinding, take it out, see where there's a mark, file it a little bit with the impressioning file, put it back in, do it again. So sight read and cut with a small amount of impressioning. And then I had to go and do one for a boat. So I had literally used my last YA4R as well to cut for a boat. I had to do a impression job on that. So yeah, I impressioned a couple of keys for that. So yes, not only do I do education and training and run classes and put out free content for you to make products, I also do locksmith work as well, residential and automotive. The only thing I don't do with automotive, which I've been getting quite a few people ask lately, is produce keys. I will duplicate keys. So if you have a car key, let's say the key blade snapped off, you got all the internals in it and stuff like that, or the case is smashed, I will duplicate the key. Even if you lost the blade, I'll duplicate the blade onto a new key, and then I'll take all the internals and put them across into a new shell. I do that. I don't program keys because programming is a pain in the butt, and if you do something wrong, you stuff it up. So the programming stuff I send off to another locksmith that I know, a friend of mine, an acquaintance, I should say, not a friend, who just specializes in automotive. When it comes to automotive, he's a freaking whiz. So I just pass all them on to him and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I don't do programming stuff for car keys, because it's a pain. I do have two programmers. I've got a cheap, this is just a cheap little Z-Ball programmer. Does a couple of basic keys, not really impressive. You can do some other stuff with it, some other kinds of programming for other chips and stuff like that. And I do have a SBB Pro 2. That I plugged it in, looked at it, but I've never used it. So it does some cars, some older models and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm going to leave this live stream because I said I'm going to go to Bunnings, get some masking tape so I can spray that again with black and get a couple other bits while I'm out. And then I'll be back home, finish doing work, finish doing all this, organise dinner and stuff like that. So thanks for sticking around, those of you that joined. As I said, I haven't done content in a while because I've been flat out with bloody work. I'll try and get some done, I promise. I'll chat to Daryl, see when we can organise another live stream discussion. If you have any topics that you just want us to cover, comment them, send them in. Send me an email, darkartslockpicking@gmail.com. Contact me on Instagram, contact me on Facebook, through our Facebook page. wherever it may be, I'm easy to contact. Or send us a text or give us a call on 04487 666 00. That's the mobile number for the business. So you can give me a call. I'll always answer. If you've got any topics you want to discuss, if you want to book in classes for your business, anything like that, give us a call. And stay safe. Remember, do some hacking, do some picking, do some bypassing, but as always, keeping it bloody legal. And until next time, cheers, guys.